Fellow YouTubers, Alaska Prepper here. Well, ladies and gentlemen, today I present to you the Aviva portable power station. And you all know that I like to refer to these machines as solar generators. And the reason that I decided to review this is, although it's a smaller solar generator, man, I'll tell you what, the price is right. For the amount of watt hours that you get, the price is really good. And we'll get to the price here later on because Aviva was kind enough to provide us with a discount code. And in addition to that, ladies and gentlemen, stand by because I am going to be giving away, or not me, Wellbots, the company that sent this solar generator to me, will be giving one of these away to one of you that participates in this Sunday's live stream. And it's going to be one of our Christmas and August giveaways. So you have to be in the live stream in order to be entered to win. And it is going to be a random selection. So be there this Sunday at 9 a.m. Alaska time, 1 p.m. Eastern time. You all know that whenever I provide you with a review, it's an unbiased review. I'm going to go through the things that I like about this, and there may be a couple of things that I don't like about it. We'll find out. I still have to take it out of the box, but so far for the price, this looks like a pretty good solar generator. As you can see here is the L780 model, which stands for 780 watt hours of storable energy. So let's go ahead and unbox it and see what it looks like. It comes with a little user's manual, and I like user's manuals that are not very big. Right? So the smaller they are, the better, because when it comes to solar generators, in my opinion, simplicity is the best way to go. And why is that? Because when you're using a solar generator during a power outage, you don't want any more stress than what you already have. You want to be able to plug and play and have the energy that you need where you need it. You've got your power block, and that's it. I don't see any wires here that are for solar panels, so it looks like you would have to get your own wires. Here's what it looks like. Now, this is kind of like an odd shape. I've never seen a solar generator shaped like this. But it's just basic. Just looking at it, it looks very basic, which I really like. It's got a pretty sturdy handle. And look at this. It comes with a little flashlight in the front. Let's see how that works. And it's got a strobe. Very simple so far. And as you all know, I like simplicity. Let's take a look at the working end. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so I actually had to charge it. It didn't take that long to charge because it came in about 3/4 full. I should have thought about that before, so it's been a couple of hours. But it actually charged pretty quick. It didn't take that long. I just got to doing some other stuff. But as you can see, it's fully charged. Let's just go ahead and go over some of the functions, which is pretty general to all of the other solar generators that I've reviewed. One thing I forgot to mention in the beginning or in the introduction is that this solar generator provides a continuous pure sine wave of 500 watts continuous. That means that you can run a machine that's up to 500 watts continuous on this machine and it will not fault. Right? If you go too far up over that, it will shut down. And we are going to go ahead and test this on the low cycle of my little heater that I heat my bunker with. So we'll see what it does, because I know that the low cycle of my heater is only about 400 and something watts. So we'll see what happens with that. But as you can see, it has a garden variety on and off power that you have to long hold. So to turn it on, you have to long hold. There you go. And to turn it off, you have to long hold. One of the things that I do like about it already is that on a lot of solar generators, you have to have it turned on in order for the flashlight to work. So most solar generators, or I would have to say all of the solar generators that I've reviewed that have a lantern or a flashlight, it has to be turned on in order for the flashlight to work. This one worked without it being turned on, which is a good thing. Now, obviously it comes with your USB chargers. It comes with 2 USB-A chargers or ports, and it comes with 2 USB-C ports, along with 2 DC 12-volt ports as well, along with your garden variety cigarette lighter charger. And to turn on the AC, all you have to do is press AC. Very simple. You can see that the light comes on. Now, I don't see a button for any of the USB chargers, so let's go ahead and plug something in and see if the USB charger works just with the power being on. So I've got my phone here. We're going to go ahead and hook this up Okay, we're going to hook it up to that, and we're going to go ahead and start up our phone just to see if it works with this on, with just the power being on, because I don't see a button for it. So let's see here. Let's plug this in. So as you can see, the USB-A and USB-C works as long as your power is on. There's no button for it, which in my opinion is pretty cool. Now, as my phone is charging, one thing that I do notice is that we have an out and an in. So this out means that there is power leaving the unit, but I don't see any numbers. And I know that sometimes with some solar generators, if you're drawing less than 50 watts of power, it won't show a number. So maybe that's why this is not showing a number, but we'll test that out with our heater when we turn it on. But you can see here that it shows that the USB is putting out power. And this right here is your in. This icon right here is your in. So whenever you're charging this, you'll see this icon going around, just like you see this icon going around now as power is leaving it. Now here is our input. And as I've already explained to you, it comes with a block, a charging block. All you have to do is plug this in when you have it plugged into the wall, and it will charge up with AC power. Now, the owner's manual says that it will take around 10 hours to charge off of AC power, which I don't think that's right, because it was at like 60%. It has 5 blocks here showing 20% per, and when I received it, the third block was full, meaning that we were at least 60%, and it took less than an hour to charge up. So I don't think it's going to take this 10 hours to charge from 0 to full using the power block. But that's what it says on the manual. For your solar, you have an Anderson connector. And one of the things that I wish this would have brought was an Anderson connector that hooked up to MC4 solar panels, because MC4, in my opinion, is the most used connector for solar panels. But if you purchase a solar panel through them, it will come with your Anderson connector. And it states that the Anderson connector input will take up to 180 watts of solar. So that will charge this machine, if you divide 180 into 780, roughly 4 hours, 4.5 hours or so. Not too bad. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is not a machine that you're going to get to run your refrigerator, to run, big power tools and stuff like that. This is something you're going to get. This is going to keep the lights on. This is going to keep your phones charged, your tablets charged, even your laptops. If you have a CPAP machine, your CPAP machine will work with this as long as it draws less than 500 watts, right? So far, it's a decent little machine. One thing I forgot to mention is that the build quality is pretty decent, and the grip up here is nice and firm, and it's not that heavy. For 780 watt hours, it's not that heavy. Now in total, it has 786 watt hours to be specific. The one thing that I don't like about this right off the bat is that it only has a lithium ion battery, but it provides you 1,000 plus cycles up to 80% with a full charge and discharge. Not too bad for the price point that we're looking at. And when you charge this fully, the charge will last for up to 6 months. So you can charge it, put it away if you're not going to be using it on a regular basis, and 6 months later, you bring it out, it should still be fully charged. But I recommend that you go ahead and recharge or plug in your solar generators at least every 3 months or so, just to make sure that you're at 100%, because you never know when Murphy's Law is going to take place. Now, I normally don't mention this because most solar generators already have this, and it is a BMS. But at this price point, I think it's pretty cool that this has a BMS. And for those of you that don't know what a BMS is, it's a battery management system. And what it does is it protects the unit against over voltage, low voltage, over temperature protection. So if it gets too hot, it'll turn off, and short circuit protection as well. Now, the only thing that I'm going to power with the solar generator is this little heater right here. And the reason is because if it holds 500 watts, then we know that we can power our phones, laptops, mini refrigerators, whatever with it, as long as it holds 500 watts continuous. This is the electric heater that I use to heat my bunker most of the winter. I used a propane heater as a backup, but this right here does a great job heating this small space, and it doesn't cost me a lot of money. So let's go ahead and plug it in and see if it'll at least run on low and see how many watts it's using. Let's go ahead and turn on our AC. And let's go ahead and turn on our heater. Okay, nothing's happening. Let's see if it's too low. Maybe it's too low. Okay, let's turn it up a little bit. Okay, there you go. It's turned on now. And you can see that that green light, that green leaf icon, it means that it's on low. But as you can see, it doesn't show how many watts is coming out of it. Now that I wish they would fix. I understand that this is a pretty good price point, but if they can put an LCD screen on here, then they should be able to put the amount of wattage coming out and the amount of wattage coming in. It's not a deal breaker for me, but the heater is working. It's still on. You can probably hear the fan blowing. So ladies and gentlemen, this is a watt meter. A lot of people ask me, what size generator do I need? And the way that you can figure it out very easily is by purchasing a watt meter. And what this allows you to know is exactly how much wattage is being used by whatever appliance you have hooked into it. So I'm going to show you how to use it right now. It's very simple. You just hook it in, and then you hook in your appliance. We got to turn on our AC. You see that the screen has turned on. Let's go ahead and turn this low so it doesn't trip again. But you can see right here, it's using 8.1 watts. I'll see if I can turn this around so you can see it straight instead of having to turn your head. But you can see it's using 8.2 watts. It's just using the fan right now. But if we bring it up some, let's see if we can bring it up so that it can run on low. And right there, it's running on low. And let's see, it's at 406 watts. 405 watts. And it's holding steady at 400 watts. So this lets me know that this machine will hold steady at around 500 watts with no problem. Now the question is, ladies and gentlemen, would I buy this? Well, I'm not in the market for a small solar generator. I got plenty of them from all of the reviews that I've done over the years. However, I feel that this is a pretty decent unit. I mean, the construction, the build quality, in my opinion, is pretty good. It does what it says that it's supposed to do. If you're looking for something, like I said, to power your personal devices, or maybe a CPAP machine, or a little mini refrigerator, this is going to do the job for you. One thing I did not like about it is, of course, it doesn't have a numerical in or out. So this should be telling you how many watts is going out in the number form and how many watts is going in the number form when you're charging it or discharging it. Other than that, I think it's a pretty decent little unit, and the price is not bad. This actually comes out to be, this is probably the very best bang for your buck that I've reviewed lately when it comes to watt hours per dollar. Other than that, ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you have a great day. Thank you very much. Remember, be on this Sunday's live stream, because part of our Christmas Bash giveaway in August is going to be one of these solar generators that will be shipped to you directly from the company. But only, unfortunately, if you live within the continental United States. They actually have to pay close to what this costs to ship it to me up here in Alaska. So they will only ship it to the continental 48 United States, the lower 48s, as we like to say it in Alaska. So thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining in. Remember that the link to this is going to be on a pinned comment and in the description of this video if you're interested in checking them out. And by the way, I am not affiliated with this company, all right? They did send me this unit at no cost to myself, but I am not going to make a penny whether you decide to buy this or not. But like I said, remember to be on Sunday's live stream, because we'll be giving one of these away. Have a great day, and God bless.